Howdy, folks, and welcome to episode 189. Damn, I missed it. We're looking at, this week, we'll be looking at games that we either got into way too late to be able to fully enjoy it for whatever reason, or because it's no longer in print and really expensive to buy, couldn't get into it. So, kind of the opposite of last week's show. Kind of bookend it right nicely for what may end up being the last show of 2024. Like I said, obviously Christmas is next Wednesday, so we won't have a Christmas show. Um, I don't know if we're gonna do a New Year's show or not. We might. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see we've got going on. Charles is in the house. He came in early, saying evening. Richard's here. He says hello. Telemachus, as always, with a fun little quote to start. I feel pretty, oh so pretty, feel pretty and witty and bright, and I pity any girl who isn't me tonight. Uh, Sondheim and Bernstein. I okay. I thought it was what's his name in Bernstein. No, that's someone else. Never mind. Charles says it appears that Mr. T and myself are not the only ones off our meds. Something said edibles, maybe. How about do unto others than run? Nice. Hey, who's up for a little orc mischief? And then he says, Chris is here, I'll behave now. I've been watching that ever since you popped in here, Charles. So I'm watching you, Charles. Always watching. And Nord says, behaving is boring, Chuck. As one of my all-time favorite characters says, I aim to misbehave. So,
I choose
anyway,
violence.
yes. Yeah, every morning my cat wakes up and chooses violence. Attacks my toes. Ah, 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 ah. Anyway, um, our standard sponsor finally has a sale going for us. Not saying that they should have had one earlier. I never would want to say that about Wiley Games, but starting today, we've got a 20% discount off of everything in the store. Everything. So if you don't got it and you want it, they got it, and you can get 20% discount. You don't even need to put in a coupon code. It's automatic at the point of sale. So head on over to Whiteley Dash Games. I was gonna. I told the guys I was gonna rep the sweatshirt, but for whatever reason, it's gotten really, really warm in the war room here. So yeah, go to Wiley Dash Games. Established 2001, 23 years ago. So instead, I'm repping the Ocean Thunder. So I see Hissy finally had to break down and wash his.
I haven't watched it. I just
Oh,
am not worried. But it
well,
it
it
needs to
stayed
be
enough in the
washed.
corner. It stayed
I,
enough in the corner.
I think I had it on for 8 days.
Good God, man! I mean, they're super soft. Let's be honest.
Well, and I'm super lazy. I mean, I
There you
literally
go.
didn't take it off, other
You're
than when I
running, you're
showered.
running, you're running into college underwear numbers there.
Oh, you don't even want to know.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
I was in junior college, so I didn't. Wasn't like I had a reason to. Anyway,
Original Grognard's in the house with a thumbs up. My understanding is
Devin.
they are. Yep, Devin's here. I understand that the guys over in Pueblo are slamming boxes together to get them out,
Nice.
getting those games out. They're sending out to the UK and EU first, doing World War 85 first. So we'll see. We'll see how long it takes to get through all that and start applying to the U.S. stuff. Mike Perticelli's in the house. How you doing, Mike?
Hey, Mike.
True story. Don and I, the wife and I, went shopping this past Saturday down in the Lou. Went to the brand new miniature market on Manchester and walked in. Boom, front table, Mr. Berticelli's game right there, front and center. And pointed
Nice.
at, I picked this up and I said, "Oh, that looks like an interesting game. You'd be interested in." Said, yeah, that's not the point. What's the point? This guy right here, this guy on that name, that guy, yeah, he watches my show. So, Mike, thank you for coming on and watching the show. It makes me feel, quasi important. I appreciate that. Nord says my intestinal disease is being pesky this evening, but other than that, I'm not bad on the rainy and chilly night. Well, I'm sorry that you're still having problems with.
Whenever I hear intestinal disease, I just think of something right out of the chest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I have a warped brain.
Well, shit, you come on this show. Of course, you've got a warped brain.
Well, true.
I'm still getting over the elementary school crud that Donna brought home. So
On cue.
I am hawking up chunks. Oh, the size of small gerbils. Richard Keenan says, I read the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation at 35 years old. Damn, where did my childhood go? Down the hill on that aluminum sled that he slicked up with that non-stick oil that his company was working on. It's just not too high up for that hissy. More like popping out of your hip area. Ugh.
That's a whole different monster.
Yeah, that's... let's not go there. Anyway, so yeah, it's we got Christmas coming, then New Year's. I don't like that it's on Wednesdays. I never like it when Christmas or like the 4th of July, anything like that happens on Wednesday. It just, for a lot of people, that means, oh, we get like the Monday and Tuesday off, or the Thursday, Friday off. Nope, I got to go to work next Monday and Tuesday and have off Wednesday, and then go back to work Thursday and Friday. Yay. Yeah, but you enjoy your time with the cows.
I may just take the whole week off. I don't know yet.
You think a whole weekend?
Whoa! Wow!
Yeah, I say it was love.
You know what? If you just eat real chili with beans, you wouldn't have half these problems you have in your life.
I think the Robitussin's talking there, Chris.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I am on the Tussin DM. So now our other sponsor, no sale going on, but when you run out, you're going to need it. So go ahead and go buy some now. And that is geekgamingusa.com, where you can get your Geek Gaming Scenics products, the fast drying basing glue. Yeah, you can use the white glue to put your ready mix basing on there. But guess what? This stuff is, in my opinion, far superior. It's a lot. I don't know if you can see here. Not real well.
Mike is flexing on you there, boss.
It's a lot runnier, so it spreads out a lot nicer. And then you just dip your model in, boom, Bob's your uncle, you're good. Or you'll be retired like me and just watch these shows all the time and play games here and there. Mike, that's what I would like to go for, but man, it's it's rough not being financially literate.
You're just tired.
Yeah. I'd like to be untired so I could be retired.
You're doing it half-assed. You need to
Yeah,
be the
hey.
full retired, not just tired.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I really need to take the suggestion or the advice of Ron Swanson. Never half-ass two things, whole-ass one thing. We've got the other Mike in the house, meandering Mike. Hello, Mike. Mike.
All the good people.
Yeah. Let's see. Charles said he bought 3 baggies and some tufts. There you go. Telemachus can retire in another 50 years if he's lucky.
Well, fortunately for Charles, that's now legal in California.
What, the tufts?
Oh, the baggies.
Oh, okay.
That is legal.
Hey, Chris Lugg's in the house. Finally, another Chris. Ah. Yeah, not 3 baggies of 420, 3 baggies of ready base mix. I mean, I guess you could use that stuff for. I mean, it would make for happy gaming.
Maybe.
It would
the
stink
glue
to
in
high
it.
heaven,
You'd be like, dude, get my miniatures out of your mouth.
right?
I don't think that was what the intended version of edibles were supposed to be.
No. You get the munchies and yeah, that's a bad combo.
Mm-hmm.
So I did get it fixed. That looks a lot
nice.
better.
It kind of looks like it's got a big silencer on it, but okay.
Exactly. Yeah. So, but
It all works, boss.
Last
Well, I
what was it Thursday night, Friday night that you showed me how to basically carve that part out of the model.
It's something like that.
In Blender.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something
so
like that.
now I know how to. So that means I'll be able to come in and do the same thing for my Arkansas
Yes,
because
sir.
it's missing. It's missing some goons. Nord says, Hissy, I did nibble on some of the edibles the Korean campaign girls were wearing on the camping trip. Oh boy, that's scary.
I would say yes, it does count.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Totally counts.
Now, for those of y'all that follow the Facebook group, y'all saw that I did indeed end up with another project. They had their this is what is it? What's it called? Forever Sun, New Sun, Bright Sun.
Rabbit hole.
Yeah, that exactly. Yeah. It's a space game that is got its own 3D printable miniatures, and you could pick up the intro pack for $9, and when you said, yeah, let's do that intro pack for $9, it immediately said, hey, do you want 2 more factions for only 14?
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck. Yes. Click. So, it printed up real nice. They're pre-supported, and what's really cool about it is that the stands, as you can see, have got all the proper numbers for the game on them.
I like that.
But because they're smart, they realize that people might want to use their ships for other games that don't use these numbers. So you can also print generic blank stands with the same locking system. You see here how the hole is keyed, and so is the post.
Mhm.
Boom, and then you take your ship and put it on there, and boom, you're all set. Yeah, it is a
Very
bit
nice.
wobbly, but you know,
Yeah, that's what she said.
yeah. Um, so yeah, it's there. It printed up nicely. The pre-supported, it was like I said, it's pre-supported, and I had no problems with it whatsoever. This was a first print, and it went really really well. So I am going to give the game itself a try, um, and we'll
Cool.
see how it does. But I'm impressed with the ship so far. It's a pretty nice, you know. This is a frigate. So, to give you an idea, it is. It is just under, or just over an inch and 3/4 long.
That's what she said.
Okay, there you go.
Sorry.
That's
Uh,
okay. So yeah, it's. I'm going to print up some of the others, and we'll see where it goes. Nord says YouTube doesn't suggest many good things to me, but they hit a grand slam with the Korean camping girls.
yeah, I've watched a few of those videos myself when I was
Wow.
watching a bunch of camping videos. So, yeah,
Camping videos.
right, they are.
I,
They give you
all right,
suggestions for
yeah.
equipment.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you
most of them are like a bunch of Canadians that are up in the really cold snow
go.
that
Oh
go
yeah,
out.
don't you know?
Yeah,
Oh, you betcha.
and
They're
then
in.
and then the Korean girls. So, yeah.
Hey, Nord, are you sure those videos are on YouTube? Not one of the others. A
No,
different.
no, they're legit. I'll back Nordic on this. I've eyeballed a few of them.
Charles is a frigate. Frigate. Not a frigid. That was my first wife. Bunkhouse is coming in saying, "Damn, I missed the start of this episode," and that's really a great segue
Yes.
into the topic. So, Bunkhouse, thank you, sir. Um, yeah. What games or game system or rule set or whatnot did we get into that, or we wanted to get into, but for whatever reason we couldn't? Um, for me, it was a big one. It was the original World at War series. I got into it. I was able to. Luckily, I was able to get my hands on this one. I played it with a buddy of mine down in Austin, and I was like, man, I would love to get. That's a great game. I'd love to get a hold of it. And he had the full set, and he said, "Yeah, good luck. They're not publishing it anymore. I'm not sure what's happening with Lock and Load. The guy who designed it went off the deep end and started putting werewolves and vampires and stuff into the games, and people are losing their minds over it." Oh, okay, well, it's fun. I guess I can play the game when I'm hanging out with you, and then I go up to recruits the very next month, and there's a guy selling this copy, and it was unpunched. It was open but unpunched, and I asked him how much you want for him. And he said, $30. Done.
Done. Done.
Yeah, and what the kicker is about it is that they kickstarted this, and if you got in early on the Kickstarter before they went to sell it regularly, um, they included units from the Texas National Guard. So I got the Texas National Guard units in here also.
Yeah, double done.
Yeah, so and then I find out 4 or 5 years later that Lock and Load is back doing nifty things, and oh, by the way, World of War 85 is coming out, and that's when I backed Storming the Gap, because I was not going to fall into that, oh, I wish I had gotten into it. So I've got Storming the Gap. I'm waiting on Fire and Fury,
Mm-hmm.
which is on its way. I don't have the email yet saying it's on its way, but it's on its way. So yeah, it'll be good stuff. A couple other board games that I wish I'd gotten into. I got a hold of a Team Yankee game, but it didn't have all of the counters in it. The old GDW Team Yankee.
Oh, what? No, Reggie Jackson.
No, wrong Team Yankee. This had M1s and M113s, not Ball Boys and George Steinbrenner.
Okay. Damn, a Steinbrenner mini would have been awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Richard says, I picked up some Team Yankee. That's what triggered my brain there. Some Team Yankee Soviets Americans on Black Friday. Since then, I've bought some Afghans from Khorasan and the Red Dawn American Militia. Wolverines! There you go, brother. And Mandarin Mike says, it's a friggin' frigid frigate. Nice.
Frigate.
It's a frigate. Battalion Combat Series, because most of the titles are out of print and require too many funds. Only one I have is Brazen Chariots. Yeah, BCS I hear is a good one. Also says this: have you ever watched any Viking camping videos?
Not the Viking ones,
From
no.
the Viking age to camp in stupidly cold weather. So first
That
off,
sounds like a fun weekend.
No, it fucking doesn't. I have slept in the snow. It sucks.
No, you're not supposed to sleep in the snow.
Depends on what you got.
Literal.
Let's put it this way: it was warmer sleeping in the snow than out of the snow.
Okay.
Because when you're sleeping in the snow, the coldest you'll get is 32 degrees. It was -7 in the air. So,
well, dig a hole.
That in the
it's
snow.
Frozen.
And that's why they make backhoes.
Wait, no. Bunkhouse says, I wish I'd got more into Warhammer Fantasy Battle back in the day, but when I was younger, the idea of painting lots of the same model was not appealing to me.
Yes, my Korean back.
God. Even now at 54, the idea of painting lots of the same model is not appealing to me. I'm having a very tough time getting past these guys right now. Yeah,
Well, they have a
they're
pretty
the same
strong
guys.
defense.
I've been working on painting these guys for the last month. I can't get into it for whatever reason. I just started into Warhammer Fantasy and they nuked the game and the 2 factions I was collecting. Ticked me off big time. It happens. Nowadays I find painting large units of similar models to be therapeutic. I'm glad that's your feeling about that. And everybody hobby's different, so I have no problem with that. If that's what gets you going for the hobby, great. What? Are you reading messages over here and you're losing it? What?
Little of both. No, I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Mike
That was
says
the first.
Assault Red Horizon 41. But I'm going to fix that problem and I'm going to get Assault Sicily 43. All right. It's been a long wait for those L&L titles. It has been, but is what it is. And when they get here, be all the better for it.
Yep.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of how GW handled that transition. Age of Sigmar was fine itself, but that switchover was rough. The fact that they just completely divested themselves of original Warhammer Fantasy Battle is what really blew my mind. Instead of like what Atomic Mass Games has done with Shatterpoint, where you have both Legion and Shatterpoint at the same time, they just said, hang it, we're going to get rid of big battles altogether. Talk amongst yourself.
Well, I saw Charles made a comment here about starting a big fire, a hole in the ground, and unfreezes. Keep in mind that cold weather camping in San Diego is a bonfire at the beach at night.
Yeah.
We know how to rough it.
I'll wait for 10 minutes to make a Sicily 43. Well, they do have Salerno 43, and that's a pretty good game. I like Salerno 43. To me, it's actually a little bit easier of a game to get into than Normandy 44, even though it's the same basic game system. So
Hold on.
you sleep on
Nordic says
furs
it was
and-
down in the teens. I'm not going there. He's talking about cold weather. Oh no, with him you don't know. I mean, Korean camping, cold weather,
backhoes,
teens. It's just I'm not going there.
Richard says, I think the only game I regret not buying was Avalon Hill's Gunslinger, but there are better miniature rules out there now. Let's see here. Get past all of the stuff. Here we go. I've Salerno 43. That was actually my first game of his series. Had a blast with. Yeah, I got it for obvious reasons. It's got the 36th Infantry Division in it. And the 45th Oklahoma National Guard. So,
okay. It's not obvious to some of us.
36th Infantry Division, Texas National Guard.
And 45th
No.
is the
I
Thunderbirds.
mean, to you, yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't know they were in the box, so.
Well, then you don't know anything about the Battle of Salerno.
I don't.
Well, there you go. Got them all but Ardennes 44 and Ukraine 43. I wouldn't mind Ardennes 44. My assumption is Ardennes 44 is Battle of the Bulge, and I don't give two rats fuzzy butts about Eastern Front stuff. If I were a completist, yeah, I'd pick it up, but No thanks. I I don't know. The thing I don't like. I guess one of the things I don't like about the East Front is there are no good guys there. So, um, yep, Norton, you got it right. Which also brings to the point. Worthington is it? Is that the company Worthington?
There is one
They-
called Worthington.
yeah, okay, I was making sure that I was saying it right. They're coming out with a Operation Dragoon game,
Yeah, that's the
which
right. Yep.
which is like a first. Nobody pays attention to the invasion of the south of France. Um,
Not even the French.
no, not even the French. Um, but they're coming out with the Operation Dragoon, and it's going to again have the 36th Infantry Division in it. So that means I got to buy it. So there you have it. What's weird though is that the
Hmm.
the Kickstarter isn't any cheaper than what they're going to sell it retail. So I don't know why I'd want to Kickstarter, and you're not getting any bonuses for buying it on Kickstarter.
Other than you get it now or sooner.
Maybe,
No, you should.
uh, but I can wait. I mean,
Well,
I
Nordic
would.
is really hung up on these Korean camping girls.
Yeah, he is.
I'm,
Um,
I'll have to check it out later.
Charles says Nordic. I have them all. Nord says the Korean camping girls or the 7H4X.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta catch them all.
Yeah, it's like Pokemon, right?
Gotta catch them all.
Reese,
Yes.
what are there any games out there, either board games or miniatures games that you wish you had gotten into that you can't now because it's really expensive?
I almost missed out on Axis and Allies Guadalcanal.
Yeah,
At one point, not even reprints, used games were going for $300 a pop, which a little out of my normal price range. But there were, I guess, a different publisher bought the rights to the Axis and Allies games, and they've reprinted Guadalcanal at a very reasonable rate. I'm gonna pick one up this spring.
Oh, cool.
I've got one that I know that I would suspect that would potentially be on your list.
Yes, Force on Force. Now I do have those on PDF. I was able to get those
Yeah.
on PDF, but I don't have the print copies.
I could almost buy a used car if I sold all of these
You could.
because of how much they're going for. The basic book ranges anywhere from $150 to $300
Wow.
on eBay,
Why?
and because it was a limited run from Osprey.
And the Vietnam book's right up there with it.
Yeah.
But if you can get the PD, I don't get it.
Some
because there's
don't
people
like
out
putting out
there that
PDFs.
don't like PDFs.
Okay, for $150.
And actually, you can't get the PDF either.
Not anymore. I got it when the PDF was still available.
Yeah.
Um,
You can't get the PDF because Osprey pulled.
Because they only printed so many.
Huh?
Because they only
No,
printed some.
they pulled
the
their
license.
they are not letting Sean use their artwork. They pulled the licensing for the artwork.
So he
Sean
can't.
cannot sell the PDFs.
Mhm.
Oh crap! I can't do that.
Okay. So you can't just put new artwork in it.
Well, and he's working on
He
it.
is.
It's currently not available while he's working on it.
Oh, okay.
So
And we're working on basically a third edition. Clean some things up.
Okay.
So,
That makes sense.
yeah. But yeah, it's when basically this was the first foray into gaming that Osprey did. It was the first rule set that Osprey did.
Oh, wow.
And because it did so well, that's why you have all of these blue book games now from Osprey. And Mike, they originally were self-published. Ambush Alley and Ambush Valley were self-published, and Osprey came to them and said, "Hey, how'd you like to partner with us to put your games out into a bigger audience?" And they said, "No, sure, why not?"
Yeah, I would have.
And so in 18 months, and I say we because I was on the playtest team, we put out 2 hardback core rule books, Force on Force and Tomorrow's War, and 8 softback what do you call them? Expansion books.
My understanding is Osprey's really a machine when it comes to schedules and things like that.
We were working
With
on
everything,
three
apparently with everything they do.
Yeah, we were working on 3 different titles at one time. We had one title that was in pre-production, one title that was in active playtest, and one title that was in final pre-production type thing.
Okay.
It was crazy, man. I was getting emails with updates on the different books about every other day. It was an interesting experience, and Sean will tell you it was an interesting experience. Not an experience he would ever want to do again, and that's why it's taking him so long to actually get to the point where we're looking at doing a 3rd edition, because real life happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sean's a heck of a dude.
Oh yeah, Sean's great. I've had him on the show a couple of times, and I talk to him on a regular basis still. He's said he'd be happy to come back onto the show when real life allows it, and and B, he's actually got something to talk about with the new edition. So
cool.
But yeah, we're working on it. So
I
probably
wish him luck.
This is probably going to be one of the first places to hear about it when it does actually make it happen. So
nice.
Charles has got some painting going. He says, "I hope tomorrow early primer some gun armed 28s for Silver Bayonet, maybe paint in the evening." Oh, there you go, buddy. There you go. So, tournament Klingon Monopoly, Charles says.
Big in the casinos.
Yeah. Battles Magazine had a game on Operation Anvil Dragoon back in 2009. I'm sure that's not going to be a very easy...
anything from Battles is 100 plus.
Yeah, unfortunately. So there you have it. There's a perfect example. I wish I had known about it early on, so I could have gotten a hold of it. Hey Nick, there's another Chris. Hey, all right.
Oh, we got 3-on-3.
Yeah,
we can do a massive tag team.
There you go.
No holes barred.
Yeah.
Throwdown.
Keep the metal folding chairs outside the ring.
That's fine. I'll just throw your ass outside the ring.
From the 3rd rope down to the table.
Boom.
Now, I don't watch wrestling now at all, so I have no idea who is the name these days.
Yeah.
But as some of y'all know, my first date with Donna was at a WWE wrestling match in Topeka, Kansas.
Nice.
Not by choice for either of us, really.
That's
I suspect she took you in 2 rounds.
She dropped me in the headlock and I was done for.
Chicken fajitas will fix that.
Yeah. God. Oh, I'm about to go guzzle a gallon of orange juice for the vitamin C.
There you go. I keep orange juice in my fridge.
So
Well,
do
I drink it.
I love orange juice, man.
Yeah.
My diabetes.
Red Bull, beer, orange juice, scotch. I think those are the 4 things I drink.
Oh, the 4 drink groups. Charles says hello, Canada Chris East. Yeah, we've got Canada Chris East and Canada Chris West.
Nordic, man, dude.
God. Killing me, son. But I go back to wrestling when they had the Great Kabuki.
No.
And the Von Erich brothers.
Okay, you know my history with wrestling.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, oh no. Well, I mean, it's in your family, literally.
Just so 1915, 1920, 1925, my great whatever uncle was world wrestling champion. The very first wrestling video movie ever taken was a championship bout of him in Madison Square Garden. Fearless Joe Stecker.
Was that Stecker, Stoecker?
No, Stecker without the O.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I got a picture of him with the belt.
Nice.
With a belt. Yeah.
Well, I mean, back then it would be the belt.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there was no masks or any of that. It was just, until you tapped out, I think.
Yeah.
Kind of a big deal back in the day.
I
used to wrestle in high school and in junior highs where I got into wrestling. I loved it. I enjoyed it a lot.
So you like grabbing other dudes and throwing them on the floor and getting on top of them?
As long as there's points involved.
Oh, there's points.
I will say that
some points are bigger than others.
Well, I did get a few unsportsmanlike conducts against me in my day.
Now I've got night moves stuck in my head.
Night moves, dude. No, this was all daytime stuff. There was none of that. Oh. I did. We had a guy teach us some moves that weren't quite legal, and he was actually a referee. And I used one of them in a match to not get pinned, and it worked. So there you go. We're gonna lose Not Jay.
I'm here, just my stupid phone.
No, it was wrestling, my friend. There were no Korean backhoes, though.
It could have been some front hose.
No, I had a good time. I loved wrestling. Like I said, I started when I was in junior high school. That was the only sports team we had in junior high school was a wrestling team.
Yeah. The only sports that I had access to were to play and to participate in was football, basketball, baseball. All of those required running or hitting other people. We had soccer, but not in high.
Yeah.
Again, you had to run, and I don't like running.
They were always asking me to play football.
I love football. I played in junior college. I love football.
I moved to Lee Summit, and the football coaches were just, dude, you're 6'3" and wiry. Why aren't you like a wide receiver or a quarterback or something? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to run. What part of? Excuse me. Now I did get my varsity letter in girls volleyball.
Coach,
I was statistician for the team.
statistician. Okay. That's a pretty weak way to get a letter, but you
Fuck,
got
I
it.
don't care. My high school now offers varsity letter and wargaming. So one step up from chess club, math club. At least it's a sport and not some mental mumbo jumbo stuff.
Yeah, but if you were in the math club, you probably started a company and made billions on an IPO.
Man, not from Lee Summit.
Well, okay, it depends on what kind of math they were doing back there. Wow, dude. Hopefully you're going to be okay.
Oh my lord! Ningueo was the backup goalpost in junior high. There you go.
No, see, the other Mike was in fact, he's doing a football game. I saw it at SD Histicon. Maybe I shouldn't say. It's play test.
I mean, if he was doing it in public
Whoa.
at Histicon,
Whoa. He was play testing a game is what he was doing.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Excuse me. I am currently in the process of working on a game for Postcards from the Front.
Cool.
I'm hoping to have it out by Christmas, as if that is an anniversary.
Well, so far, the leader in the clubhouse, Tholomycus.
Telemachus cranking out what?
Tholomycus. I
He's
said
what-
that all
he's
wrong.
got. I know three.
Yeah, he's probably got more, and he's just waiting for other people before
Yeah,
he
he's got him set to release in a staggered situation.
Yeah.
So
I'm
You
not
know.
even going to get back into working on mine until after the holidays, just because.
well,
and he's
so
knocked out 3. Jeez.
I told you about how I got this one done, right?
Yes, sir. I love that.
Same thing happened. Driving to St. Louis on Saturday.
Silent Running 2?
Huh?
Silent Running 2? Oh,
No.
okay.
So driving to St. Louis, we're listening to Christmas carols. No, Nord, it's not Bastogne. Earlier. Listening to Christmas carols, and I'm thinking to myself, it's supposed to be Christmas cards from the front. What can I do that would be Christmas related?
Nice.
And I figured it out. And by the time we got back home, I had it essentially worked out in my brain what I'm doing.
You're just going to tease us with that until it's.
No, I'm actually, yes, Nord's got it. Christmas Church 1914.
I was hoping it was Washington crossing the Delaware.
Well, so you know that was already done.
Not a soccer game.
Yeah,
Solo.
I think so. But it's anamorphic.
Anamorphic.
Yeah, like with bunnies.
No, fuck that. No, this is going to be...
No, it's actually good. It's you have to look. But that's fine. You can do another one.
All dice. It's all dice rolling again.
Nice.
So,
He shoots his scores.
but the thing is you could actually play this as a regular soccer game. Also, that wouldn't have to be. Christmas 1914 just happens to be the backdrop. But I'm setting
I'm
it
looking
up
forward to see what you do with a soccer game like that.
Especially
With the small footprint. You're doing the full Christmas card format.
Yes. Yeah, here. This is what I've got so far.
Okay.
So, got the soccer field.
Yep. The pitch.
Yep.
Oh no, you get it right, dude. It's a pitch.
We've got the football, and it's the appropriate type of football.
It looks like it. Yep.
All brown leather. I've got it figured out how I'm gonna do. Since it's a solo game, I've figured out how I'm going to track time for the periods.
Okay.
And it has to do with the number of turnovers. After X number of turnovers, the half ends.
Did you spend an afternoon watching some football and get the terminology? There aren't periods.
Halves.
Stoppage time?
Not going to have any of that noise. So, and then got score trackers. So I got to, now that you've told me that I can use the full 8.5 by 11, I can get rid of this noise.
Oh yeah, I know what you were trying to do, but yeah.
Still, I was wanting to keep it in 5 by 7, but
when I first put it out there, I went, no, 8.5 by 11 or the European equivalent.
Yeah, A4 sheet.
Yeah.
So, there are no quarters in football, soccer. No quarters. It's halves.
It's halves.
45-minute halves. That I know.
Yep.
Unless the ref decides we're going to go 3-5 minutes over because it's stoppage time, because some doofus rolled on the ground for too long because he was faking an injury. Bunch of flop monsters. So,
try running. Try getting out there and running around like that.
I did when I was in third and fourth grade.
Okay.
Fuck that noise anymore. I played fullback though. 1 year,
old-fashioned fullback. Modern day fullbacks, man, lots of running.
No, old-fashioned fullback. I stayed at the goal with the goalie.
Yeah.
I might have gone up to the quarter field mark, maybe.
Did you leave the box at all? You got outside the 18-yard box?
Yeah, I stepped just outside and I was like, nope, it's too much.
It's a big world out there, my man.
Yeah,
it's a big world.
No, we played what was it? 5, 3, 2, 1. Is that right? Is that 11? Yeah, 5, 3, 2, 1. So 5 forwards, 3 midfielders, 2 fullbacks, and a goalie.
You do the back line first.
What's that?
5-3-2 would be 5 defenders, 3 midfielders, 2 attackers.
Okay, then we did 2-3-5. And we didn't win a single game. Skella Gremlin coming in with Flop Monsters my poor name.
Wow.
That's it. No more show. That killed it.
He wins the night.
Well, I mean,
he wins chat for the night.
He won something.
Yeah. But yeah, they're our first season. We didn't win a single game, but we were never beat by more than 1 point.
Goal. You don't have points. No wonder you guys couldn't win. You don't even know how to speak the language.
I was in third friggin' game.
It doesn't matter.
Third grade, man.
Dude, there are third graders that know how to fix Apple computers.
No, there's not.
Yeah, there are. Do you know how to fix an Apple computer?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so that was my joke.
I'm an Apple certified technician.
Right, and a third grader.
No, mentally maybe.
Dude, I was hitting below the belt there. I thought you'd pick up on that one. Normally you get my jokes.
I do.
Yeah,
But,
that one.
you're still dealing with backhoes. Korean backhoes.
Well, those are the best type of backhoes to deal with.
That go camping.
Now, the real question is, are they
second
northern
graders
or
do
southern? The
Well, I
northern
think they've
ones
got
have
ban-
daddy
I
issues.
think they've got banjos, so that would make them southern.
No, but the northern ones have daddy issues. So
Mhm. Definitely. Nord, yes, you are. Well, if you're a bad influence, I'm an even worse influence because I make people spend their money. Just ask Kissy and just about anybody on this list.
yeah. That's what we do to each other, my friend, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm painting 20 mil Vietnam because of these two.
Guilty.
Me, of all people,
Yep.
20 mil. Because of
He didn't
these
even
two.
go to 28. He went straight to 20. 54 to 20. Man, that was
Dive. Woot,
Yeah.
woot.
that was a crash dive, is what that was.
Right.
Well, I still got my 54s and I'm still playing in 54s.
No, I know.
Yeah, all 4,000 of them.
Right? Yeah, that's crazy.
I about dropped my glass when he said that.
I know. 4,000. It's like
That's not all of them. That's one era.
that's a third of the world's population of 54 mil miniatures.
Right?
I don't think so because I think I've given away more than that. But anyway, because at one point I had Napoleonics in 54.
Oh, nice.
Those have all gone away. So
Right, and rightfully should.
No, dude, no. I love Napoleonics.
I had the way Armies in Plastic used to do it. You would get random figures if you ordered so many.
Uh-huh.
And I ordered enough that I had stacks upon stacks of Napoleonics.
They got to a point where they said
Napoleonics
we no longer have any random miniatures. You have them
Yeah.
all.
Right?
And I've got to the point where my random collection is filling up with Napoleonics again, and I need to get rid of them again. But
So what was the game that you said one that you kind of sort of
I started on Little Wars.
no, but what was the thing that you missed out on?
Oh, Axis and Allies Guadalcanal. But as I
you're
said, it's
able
back.
to get back
Oh,
into it.
okay.
But Axis
I
and Allies.
misunderstood what you said then.
Axis and Allies Battle of the Bulge. I'm waiting for a reprint on if they ever do.
I own one of them, Nordic, and I haven't played it yet. But yeah, I want to dive deep into that. Apparently, that's
Which one?
the Operational Studies Group Library of Napoleonic Battles.
Mm.
And then the Lock and Load one, I've got.
It should be coming your way on that.
I know. I'm excited. Well,
Kinda
what got
sad
me
to
into
miss out on
miniatures
that
was
one.
the Airfix Napoleonic little plastics. I almost bought some on eBay just because they had I saw the box and boom, all of a sudden I was 11 again. It was crazy.
Hey, everybody, look at the quilt that Donna made.
Awesome.
I like it.
Letits now. So, this is her hobby. That's why I get to have all my fun toys she buys hundreds of dollars worth of fabric.
Into something useful.
Yeah, I was about to say, turns them into something productive.
Exactly. Yeah. My hundreds of dollars of plastic just sits here. Let's see.
Hey, Chris, wait, see, we have something in common.
Chris Long says nice work,
Uh-huh.
and Bunkhouse says awesome work, Donna.
Thank you.
So, and Scout Gremlin says very cool. So, far and wide across the globe, your talent is recognized.
Oh, well, thank you. I didn't know it was going clear around the world.
What?
So I didn't know it was being shown clear around the world.
All the way to San Diego.
At least to San Diego,
In
British
Canada.
Columbia, someplace in East Canada,
All right.
Ohio.
And South Korea, apparently.
Ohio's not even real.
Where?
South Korea, maybe. What'd you say? It's not real?
Ohio.
Ohio, yeah.
It's not real.
According to my nephew, Ohio isn't real.
Okay.
Actually, Nord, she could do a pirate one. She's made a lot of amazing quilts.
Well, you're sitting on one.
Yeah. This is my t-shirt quilt. Old t-shirts that, we're tearing out and whatnot. She put them all together and made a nifty little quilt for me. We're getting close to being ready for another one.
That's awesome.
Yep, that is very cool.
She made one with jellyfish for our son for Christmas.
Hold on. Isn't that like tuna fish?
No,
Jellyfish?
no,
Mm,
no, because jellyfish isn't actually a fish.
that makes it even more.
Mm-hmm.
That should be on your list. That should be on your list, Chris.
No, because the name of the creature is jellyfish, just like the name of the creature is tuna. It's not tuna fish.
You can tune it in.
Nord says, I beg to differ. I've been to Ohio. It's a real place.
I've been there. Still not real.
Tillamook says Ohio is a Rust Belt crack dinner, so I've heard.
I have nothing bad to say about any state in the union.
Walkabout says, I might have done something expensive with part of my settlement. What expensive? Did you buy that really big ass FDM printer from Elegoo that like you can sit in?
I bet he did.
Dude, have y'all not seen that?
No.
Hold on here.
Well, I will say this about states of the union. Arkansas has been a state for almost 200 years now. And if you want to see how people lived in Arkansas 200 years ago, just go to Mississippi.
Ow. I've been to Mississippi.
I
I've
have
been to
too.
New Orleans.
Hey. Arkansas,
My
Arkansas
parents are
is-
from. My grandfather's a coal miner. I know what it's like to live kind of like in the sticks.
All right, hold
Look,
on
look who
here.
you're talking to, man. Look who you're talking to.
I'm just saying.
So this thing here,
He real quick. He says printers. There's a plural there. Are you starting up another printing farm, boss?
Oh,
So-
wow.
this thing is gargantuan.
$2,500.
Yeah. Its build plate is 800 millimeters by 800 millimeters by 1,000 millimeters.
Have you seen the 3D printers that print homes? That puts
Oh, yeah.
that to shame.
Yeah.
I mean that's impressive.
It is.
How
But
big?
yeah, this is 80 centimeters by 80 centimeters by 100 by basically a.
Can you Americanize that?
Yeah, I'm working on it right now.
That's about a little over 3 feet.
No, not quite 3 feet. 31 and a half by 31 and a half by a meter tall. 39 inches tall.
So
That's a
if
big
you
ass
were,
printer.
so if you were, oh my God, the word just escaped my brain. Oh well. If you went to a con and dressed up as a superhero, what is that called again?
Cosplay.
Thank you. Yeah. That would be a cosplayer's dream, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
I
So
love
I've
those
got the
games.
Neptune 4 Pro, which is the one on the far left here. That is the Orange Storm Giga right here.
That printer could print other printers.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want an STL for another printer to print printers.
Yeah, it is.
Or when they get big enough where you can print your own Tesla, that would be cool.
So they printed a
Big
model
building.
of a domed building that looks like the Capitol building in a single shot.
I wonder how long that took. Oh,
I
multiple
don't know.
print heads? Is that multiple print heads?
Yeah, you can put multiple print heads on it also.
So
you can
that's
do
pretty cool for an
So you
FDM.
can do, yeah, so you can do multiple of the same thing all at once. So yeah, it's
That's awesome.
So if you load it with cake batter, you could make cupcakes,
there you go.
right?
There you
Because it
have
would
it.
come out and cook as it's coming out of the nozzle.
It says
That's-
fast printing, but I don't know how fast is.
It's probably relative to FDM.
300 millimeters per second.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty fast.
South Korean cupcakes.
Did you say 300 meters per second?
300 millimeters per second.
Millimeters per second. I was about to say.
No, 300 meters, no.
You're at 300 meters per second. You're approaching 40 millimeter grenade velocities.
Oh, he bought some bamboo printers.
Yeah. Plural.
Scallis' book idea: Ohio isn't real. Vikings faked the Greenland landing, and other conspiracies no one claims. Nice.
How plastics are secretly good for your health.
Maybe. Just not used properly.
As I said, as he said, other conspiracies no one claims.
Yeah, Walkabout says he saw a printer that's in a 12 by 12 room.
Wow. Well, I was thoroughly impressed with the ones that were making homes. I was like,
Oh yeah, that's
Dang.
cool. Because basically what happens is you've got the setup
yeah,
with the nozzle that's extruding a ceramoplastic style concrete, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
And it layers out the walls for you.
yeah.
And yeah, it's pretty damn cool. I mean, you can build a house in a day, basically. Not a big house, mind you, but
Yeah.
And nothing
But
fancy.
and it's early days in that technology. You can just imagine what the future brings with that.
Eventually, we'll
Yeah.
have things like Duracrete.
Well, where I
That's
see it really
basically what
being
that-
used is going to be at Mars. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
That's
Chris
what
Long
I'm
says
going
he's
to do
hoping
when
his
I get to
bamboo
Mars.
print-
Is I'm going to print up a 3D home.
That is a good idea. Pack a 3D printer with whatever astronaut crew we send up with the materials to
Well,
potentially
you don't
3D.
need you don't need materials. You would use the materials that are there.
Right.
Oh, I'm saying like for spaceship repair, like whatever.
Well, like
filament would be-
F1 crews teams have travel with 3D printers for when some of their car parts break.
Yep.
Actually, yeah, they're on the bleeding edge of that.
really cool. Somebody tell Mike Burke that idea and get that in his next story.
What 3D printing spaceship parts?
Well, like 3D printers as sci-fi, like in like near sci-fi stuff.
Yeah.
That'd go really well with his whole drone thing and lack of internet connection.
Yep.
That last one.
There's all sorts of stuff you can do. It's crazy. Crazy cool. I saw one 3D printer that printed up ear cartilage. Now, I don't know how you would how would you install that, but
Probably with a collagen scaffold and some stitches,
yeah.
just like you do racehorse tendons that we had to regrow in the lab.
Well, like I said, I don't know how to do that.
Somebody does.
Yep.
We got to mess with it a little bit.
No, 3D printers are amazing. I mean, just the idea,
Right.
but what they're
That-
doing with them is crazy.
The to me the FDM printers are that is to me is a natural extension from 2D printing.
I just thought they were really super fancy glue guns.
It's basically what they are. But I look at
I mean,
it
if
this
you
way,
were really good, you could just take a glue gun and just
Yeah.
do that.
well they've got 3D printers that are
Pins,
pins and you just
3D pins. Yeah.
but yeah, the FDM printer to me is analogous to the dot matrix printer. And the resin printers are analogous to the laser printer.
You want to highlight his mini there?
Oh, yeah. What we got here?
Let it focus. Hang on.
There you go.
Looking good, boss.
Was that an M14 he's carrying?
Yep.
Is he on a poker chip?
No, Axis and Allies chip.
Oh, okay.
So
Same thing, but smaller and plastic, not clay.
Well, you can get plastic poker chips, but anyway.
but they're in Axis and Allies you use them to mark how many specific units are in that group.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
stacks in different colors.
Yeah, he does smell he does love the smell of napalm in the morning.
He does. He's
That
going to
should
be
be
the
a
commander of my
cologne.
air cav.
Smells like victory.
That should be a cologne.
Napalm in the morning. Don't want to smell that in the morning.
Mr. Hex, I don't think you were ever in the Nam. And if you were, it's just because you were there with the backhoes.
I don't know if he was on when we started that thread.
Nord's stepfather was a combat medic in Nam. My stepdad rode the cable down on air sea rescue choppers off
Oh,
of
wow.
Midway.
My uncle was in country, and he did. He was a mechanic at Delta for years, so he learned his craft in the army.
My stepdad, or not my stepdad, my father-in-law was a machinist mate on USS Boxer, and went to work for TWA at their overhaul center in Kansas City.
Very cool.
A cousin of mine was a clerk in Saigon. So, I mean, it takes them all.
Yeah, my grandmother, my father, even though he grew up in Kentucky, was born in La Jolla because my grandmother during World War II was a lieutenant in the Navy. She was a nurse stationed in San Diego.
Oh, La Jolla, California. I thought you meant La Jolla, Texas. It's like
No.
nobody is from La
La Jolla.
Jolla, Texas.
Well, maybe there is, but
It's one of those places that you got to know where you're going. to go there.
no, La Jolla, California is beautiful. I'll leave it at that. I don't need cat butt.
Oh,
My-
man.
My Cobra, excuse me. I know a lot better than that. My Cobra in 20 mil showed up today.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah?
So I'll be building and painting on that eventually. I got to finish my 2 Hueys and my H21 and my Sky Raider first. So
Very cool. Ningoya says, I actually have a North Korean winter jacket that was made back in the 60s or 70s, the best winter jacket I have ever owned. I tell you a jacket that I would like to get my hands back on, and that's a Navy peacoat.
Oh, I have a pseudo one, but I used to have those all the time. I love those things.
I wore my stepdad's peacoat in high school. He wasn't my stepdad at the time, but he was around, and he let me borrow it. I didn't have a winter coat, and that got me through the winter of.
Why didn't you just wear your leather jacket?
Because I didn't have it yet. I didn't get my letter jacket until it was at Christmas my senior year. Because I didn't get my letter until after the volleyball season. Hey, I was a one bump chump. Scott, best winter jacket I ever owned was a Russian tank commander's overcoat that I got from Czechoslovakia back in the late 90s.
Do we want to know how he actually took it off of this guy?
It's not. It's Wisconsin. It's not like we're driving to Moscow. It's Czechoslovakia. We go in, we go out. It's not a problem. It's Czechoslovakia.
I've got
I want to know. I want to know the backstory on how he got it.
He bought it.
I'm okay. I'm having visions of him climbing up on the deck, ripping the turret open, going in and beating the crap out of this commander and ripping his jacket off. You've got no imagination.
That's how you want to fly with it, sure.
Dude, build him up. Come on.
Makes it hard to get back out of Czechoslovakia when a guy does that.
Unless you got friends.
I mean,
unless you're Scally Gremlin.
If your friend,
go ahead.
If your friend Sergeant Holga, you shouldn't have a problem. You know?
Just
Who was that
saying.
guy in France who got the helicopter to land in the prison and pull him out of there? Some bank robber or something.
I know who you're talking about, but
yeah,
Yeah, I don't remember.
After the fall of the Soviet Union, they were selling everything. How they would have sold me the tank if I had the money. Yeah,
Well,
they
there's
would have. Yeah, they would have. They would have sold you the tank and potentially the nuclear round that wasn't really there.
Mhm.
Scala, I tried to build you up and give you a story, dude. You failed me.
Well, gentlemen, I'm about to doze off just sitting here, so I'm going to call it a night. But had a long
No.
day.
Stay on. We want to see you doze off, like one of those cat videos.
Or like McMurray when he's been on before.
I want to see him face plant this table.
No, you don't. You
No, I didn't.
It
know.
was like a.
Yeah. Come up with a weapon.
That's okay. I'm safe. I'm safe behind the screen.
Oh, I know. Just
Oh, by the way, I'm thinking of getting mace partly because of our conversation.
look at
You're getting what? Mace? What?
pepper spray.
Yeah.
Look at
Yes.
POM Industries, POM Industries. They
Okay, I will.
make a good one really cheap.
Okay.
So,
Now we cover a broad spectrum of stuff on our paint and chat nights.
yeah, we do.
And that was a derivative of a longer conversation I won't get into, but I've been thinking about it and I go, that just makes sense in general. So I'll let you know when I do it, but
Sounds
probably after the new year.
No. Well,
Medieval mace.
good. Yeah, if you carried a medieval mace around San Diego, people would leave you alone.
yeah, it would.
Yeah, there's some freaky people here, just like anywhere else, to be honest. But yeah.
Man, I live in Arkansas.
No.
I got them all.
Well, Reese is going to call it quits on us, and that's by all means understandable.
Yes,
It's about
sir.
time for me to go hop myself up on more drugs. So I think might be a good time to go ahead and call it. Guys, thanks for hopping on tonight. Like I said, not going to have a show next week due to Christmas. Might have a New Year's Day show. As in during the day. I don't know yet. We'll have to see.
Okay.
Who knows? So, but keep an eye out. I do have to get these assholes painted. So I will have to have some paint chats to get me motivated to do it. So,
Yeah, I'm going to be joining you, Nordic. I'm going to
If-
go Google that myself.
If we do a New Year's Day stream, maybe we could get a game in or something.
yeah, that's a possibility.
So,
Possibility. So,
just thought.
all right, guys. Until next time, we will see you on the flip side.